Okay, so let's start off with a value scale. Value scale. It doesn't need to be large, you know, just take your charcoal pencil. This is a medium, right? And then let's hit 1, 2, let's get 4. So right off the bat, we have 1. Let's get our last one in using our pencil. That's going to be the best thing to do, is that it's going to be really easy. Notice I'm going in different directions. I'm using a good paper too, right? So this is without me blending with my finger. I think you will have like a small chamois. But so far I have 2. You're like, 2? Yeah, I got 2, right? There's 1. I'm going to leave it like that for a minute. Now I'm going to come over and go backwards because I want this a little darker. I mean, a little lighter than that one. And notice I'm getting the whole area. I don't want any white in between. I want to make sure that it is a nice... now I'm going to come over here and go really light. It's so much easier with pencils than it is with the material. So I'm going really light. And now I'm going to leave I could leave this as the first one, white, right? Use my paper for the white, my second value, my third value. Now I can leave it like this, or I can go in. Now if you have oily skin, and I can blend this even more, and then I can add more material and get it real dark, which is what I normally like to do. And again, I'm just using my medium. I think I'm going to go over to my soft. There we go, so I can get a nice black. A nice black at the end. And you can already see that last one is nice and black. Now I'm going to blend it and blend it. Now you could, like I said, use a little chamois. Now I'm going to take that finger and come over here and blend it because I really don't want to see the white paper. So I'm going to go back to my medium one and get some product on the paper. I want to get rid of that line, that white line there. And again, I need it dark, but I don't want it as black as that last one, right? So I'm going to blend again, blend again, blend again. And you could see that this one is not as dark, right? And I can even take a little off if I needed to, right? With that finger. And now I'm going to come over with that third finger, and I am going to blend. Maybe put a little bit more on there because it's so much lighter. Just a little bit. And now, technically, I have 3 values, right? 4 with this one at the end. Okay. You can see it's really messy. I'm outside because it's so messy, right? Now let's look at a ball with our charcoal pencil. I'm going to use a soft, and let's see, I'm going to do it over here. So I'm going to use my soft pencil. I know what a circle is. Really, basically, all I'm making is a circle, and I don't want to have those lines because, and then I'm going to use a little shadow for my circle. But because I already know how to make an elliptical circle, which is what you should have been practicing, an elliptical circle, and a ball, right? A ball, really. I know how to do those things. I'm going to simply start filling that part of the ball in because that's the darkest part. Now you have an example in Canvas that shows you that this is the darkest part. And I'm going to come back in with my soft medium pencil because I don't really want this all that dark, right? And then, as you can see, I got my thing here, and now I'm going to go in with my elliptical again, right? And this is the darkest. This shadow is a shadow. This is what they call cast shadow, and it should be dark. Again, if you think of something like this and that, you'll get your elliptical. So now I'm bringing that shadow, because it needs to be really dark there, right? And then my back. Now my light's coming here. So now I'm going to have to clean my fingers up a little bit. And this is when I normally would get a paper towel or something like that. And you can see that ball is almost there. I'm going to use that last finger because it's the cleanest. But that's basically it. You could see that was it. Now, we want to do what's called a reflected shadow here, right? It's not the best ball, but you get an idea that Now, we need to get a reflected shadow, and how can you do that? Easily. You're going to do these a couple times until you get it, because most of you, so I need a reflected shadow right here. And that just simply means that the light hit the surface, right? And if you mess up, use your eraser. Look at how the eraser cleans. Now that's a gum eraser, but you also have this kneaded eraser. And this is an old one, but you just simply knead it, and then you can come back in with this. It was a wonderful tool to even lighten things up. I could even lighten this up, as you can see. Real easy. Hopefully you got something out of this. Again, you're doing a value scale, right? And you want to make sure that there's no light between these. Again, it's real simple. It doesn't have to be large, but make sure that you can get those 4 values. And it's really best to start again with that end value, that black, the darkest. Use your extra soft charcoal to get that in one in, right? You see there's a lot of material. I'm doing this outside in front of my studio because this is really messy. And I guess if you're in your house, you might want to use some kind of paper or plastic. And then again, good paper has a tooth, so you can go in a couple directions if you're going to blend, right? Right. And you could see that is really light. But check this out. I could take my finger and move it over. Right. Move it over. And then this is going to be really black. Really black. So those are just little tricks how to adjust it, you know, just how to adjust it. And so, you know, it's a pretty decent value. Try to get your boxes even more even than I have it. And even if you wanted to take that first one, you can make that a little lighter value. Really light, right? Darken this one up just a little bit more. And you got 4 values. You want to make sure you have 4 values. I'll see you in class.